When Philip met a former 80s film star living out of his car, he felt sorry for him and invited him into his home. But now Philip is in aged care and his celebrity guest is refusing to leave.
Absolutely no respect for authority.
He's refusing to go and refusing to let us anywhere near the property or inside.
Yahoo, come out, we need to talk to you.
Yahoo Serious is young Einstein.
He was the flame-haired Aussie who became a star of the 80s.
Well, how's this for a far-fetched storyline? A young Aussie with no previous film experience convinces the movie moguls of Hollywood that he can outdo Paul Hogan and Crocodile Dundee.
Known for his roles in Young Einstein and Reckless Kelly, Hollywood fell in love with larrikin Yahoo Serious, and in 1993 he was on A Current Affair talking about his fame.
Can you be trusted with $15 million?
Of course not.
Here's your money. Now get off our island.
But now the same could be said to him, as young Einstein has grown up to make some silly decisions, now refusing to leave Philip Porter's home in Sydney's Palm Beach.
Knowing Yahoo and seeing him from around Palm Beach, I'd spoken to friends of myself and Philip, and we thought it might be a good idea and give him accommodation to keep an eye on Philip while Philip was struggling with little life issues.
89-year-old Philip took pity on 71-year-old Yahoo, who was sleeping in his car, allowing him to stay in the granny flat under his house. That was until Philip was diagnosed with dementia 2 years ago and had to move into aged care. Yahoo took it upon himself to move into the main house, and now what goes up must come down, or out, as the case may be.
He refuses to go. He told the real estate that the world needs him and he's a very important person and he can't die. In saying that tenant, he's never paid rent or any utilities.
Margaret Charlton was Philip's long-term friend, carer, and is his power of attorney. She needs to sell the house to fund his care, but Yahoo refuses to budge.
The stress of not having the money to pay for Philip's accommodation, this dear man that actually let him come and stay at his house, and now he won't vacate his house.
Born Greg Peed, Yahoo was also evicted from his previous rental for not paying rent. Now Margaret is $60,000 in arrears with Philip's aged care provider. Meanwhile, Yahoo is living rent-free.
I've had the power switched off. There's no money to pay for any more utilities, so I can't pay for anything.
We approached the house with Margaret, but were met with a barricaded front door.
We have no entry. Yahoo, could you come to the door, please?
Do you usually get a response?
No, he's pulled down all the blinds. He won't come to the door.
He won't have any interaction with me to discuss moving out or doing anything. He is stuck here.
Yahoo, are you in there? We just have some serious questions to ask.
Round the back, it's barricaded too.
How stressful has this been on you?
Terrible. I worry about Philip. I can't sell the property to pay for a man's accommodation in the last years of his life.
Much like the US's thoughts on Yahoo, Margaret says it's time to go.
For some bizarre reason, the Aussies thought this would be a permanent thing. Of course it wasn't.
What would Philip be thinking of all of this?
He'd be furious. He'd be saying, he'd be very cranky.
If there's no lease, you need to be in a property for a very long time. In fact, in New South Wales, it's a minimum of 12 years before you can claim a right to the property.
Lawyer Richard Mitri.
If you're on someone's property and you don't have their authority to be on that property, you need to leave. If they don't give you consent, they can get an order kicking you out.
Now the aged care home has placed a caveat on the house, and Margaret is headed into court to get Yahoo out.
Yahoo, please, please, it's time to go. You've had a good run.
Well, the matter is back in court next week. Let's hope we get a resolution for Philip's sake.